Hi, Sag. How are you? Hope everybody's doing well out there. Still in challenging times. I'm going to do my little bit and just ask everybody, please wear a mask. If you don't know, I'm a retired nurse, and I want to assure you that wearing a mask is very important. Please, I personally am begging everybody, please do not put the nurses and doctors and all the hospital staff at risk because you're not, okay, my guides are getting right to it. You're not mature enough and analytical of mind enough to understand the choice and the effect of the choice that you're making if you don't wear a mask. So please, all right, my guides are saying, mind your P's and Q's. All right, so Sag, boy, there's some intense cards coming out. We have a full moon lunar eclipse in Sagittarius on the 5th of June, coming up very quickly. It's gonna be spicy. My guides are saying spicy and dicey. So there are some links below the video to some astrology readings, sacred astrology, my guides like to call it. Please go look so that you can be well informed, because you'll see when I show you the cards. It's just, the Mars is in the mix, and it's gonna be in the mix. I think Mars is, I can never say it right. Mars is in Aries conjunct Pluto. Oh my darlings, please be careful, okay, with your temper. Don't go off on social media. It's one of the things that Pamela Gregory's talking about. Just be careful, because, there is a sacred battle going on. And Sag, as I'm sure you know, your sign has moved. Our axis, nodal axis, has shifted, and now we've got the first full moon after the nodal axis shift. So we've got this full moon in Sagittarius eclipse, and your journey is changing. And because you are, look at that. Wow. You know what, Sag? This card, I'll show it to you. I'll give you a little teaser ad. This card has been popping up. I keep shoving it back into the deck because I don't want it. And there it is again. So I'm just going to show you, because holy cow, my guys are Seven of Swords. My guys are saying that's what we're talking about. There's a lot of cards here. There's something going on that has to do with the change in the way your energy is being utilized by the cosmos now, because we have Sag in the South Node. It's a moment of burning off the past for you, and you've actually been engaged in that for a while, but now it's going to get real, and what the outcome is, it's going to really liberate you into the next phase of your understanding. If you have already not done it, yeah, thank you, Spirit. Wow, this is intense. All the readings have been really intense, just so you know. So, check the links below. I think I forgot to say it. There's the COVID-19 special reading price remains. I just bumped it up a little bit. I'm going to slowly start raising it back up to its normal level. So it was $25 for a 30-minute reading. It's $35 now. It's going to stay that way for the month of June, and then I will reevaluate again. We'll just see how we're all doing, okay? But you can come and get an oracle reading and a couple of cards, and during the reading, if you want to elect to go further than that, that's up to you. I leave it totally up to you as the timekeeper, okay? So, jumping back into this incredible reading, releasing is the theme of this reading. Releasing, regestating, come to terms with the things in your life that have been out of control, and helping, like my guys are saying, this is the way they're saying it, helping the cosmos of the earth, the planet, move forward, because my guys are calling your twin. They're talking about the North Node and the South Node. So they're speaking about Gemini as your mirror image in the way those two energies are being utilized, if you understand the inference. So because Cancer handed the energy to Gemini, the sacred twins of the mind, the dual process, this is going to bring us forward now into atmospheric change. And if you look closely at the astrology and you think about the implication of what that means, And then you think about yourself, your sign in the South Node, the sacred traveler, the sacred teacher of the universe, fire, the brilliance of mind, working together with the atmospheric realm because of Gemini in the North Node. So what's going to be happening is you're going to be burning things off, helping us all leave behind belief systems and teachings and the way we thought we knew things, and my guys are talking about dogma, etc. It's going to be left behind, and in a way I find that to be a beautiful relief, because the way our many people have changed their thought process while this pandemic has been going on, and there is a lot of thought, a lot of dogma. There's a lot of disinformation. So again, my guides are saying, please be careful with yourself. That's how they're saying it. Because there are a lot of, my guides, I'll just show you one of the cards. My guides are saying malefic energies out and about in the universe, particularly on the internet, social media, spreading lies and disinformation. It's where all these conspiracy theory things come from. And is, like in all of that stuff, there are some kernels of truth. I'm not here to devalue every piece of information, but you have to use critical thinking very deeply to understand what is true and what is not. Because there still are, it's interesting, here's what my guides are talking. They're talking about politics. There still are foreign actors that are utilizing the internet, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff, to manipulate American society, to create unrest. And it's working, isn't it? So we have a lot going on. And I guess we'll just start with this. From the animal medicine deck, the wild boar. Energy that is out of control. Rageful. We've got Mars in the mix. That's what my guys are saying. Be careful, mind yourself, mind your P's and Q's when you're online. Just be quiet, okay? Don't get into it with people. You're going to feel the urge because of what's going on in the cosmos. So the story about this wild boar, it's about a warrior who misspoke and told lies. That's what they're talking about. Thank you, Spirit. Fabrications, things like that, that actually created literal harm. That person was discovered to be dishonest, and within the tribe, they had a choice. They could either be banished from the tribe forever, or they could take a knife in hand and go out and slay the wild boar that was in the forest in the region, my guides are saying. And that's a nearly impossible task. It's the second. My guides are talking about a card that's in the Celtic Wisdom Tarot. We'll get to that in a minute. So this person had a choice, and it was really difficult. So it's basically slay your own beast and become melded into society in a happy, truthful way, and consider yourself absolved, but understand how difficult it was, the things that you created with your words. So it's about being very forthright, very honest. And there was a happy ending. That person did prevail, was welcomed back into the tribe, and made a solemn vow to be a leader when it comes to thought and word and deed and action. So this is the type of transformation that some of you are going to be experiencing. You may be having this kind of a challenge with somebody in your life. Primarily, we're really talking about the energy that's around you, because this is out of the decks that I use for Oracle. So there's that kind of energy around you. It's very interesting. And then, as my guides were saying, look at that. There you are, beautiful Sag. You're all so beautiful. All the Sagittarius people I know, I love you. You burn so brightly, Sag. You're so beautiful. So, again, Sag in the South Node, you're helping the universe burn things off that are meant to fall away now. It's going to be true in your own life. It may be true in some of your relationships. So, if you have this kind of an issue going on in a relationship, to the best of your ability, be kind, be gentle, be vulnerable, which is all about standing in your strength. That's what this warrior had to do. Stand in their literal strength and be vulnerable and present in order to slay the beast that was creating chaos. So there's something of that nature going on in your life, Sag. And look, here's the last oracle card. Look at that. So my guides are saying, look, it's on. We all know we're at the sort of at the fulcrum point for 2020. We're at the halfway mark now. Pluto is still doing its work. There's a wild boar raging around in the world, particularly here in the U.S. Those of you who are watching from overseas, I know you know, we know. Right? So on a spiritual level, we're just letting things play out. So while things are playing out and these energies are burning off because we have Sag in the mix and the full moon is bringing culmination, illumination, so that we can go forward. So Sag, my guides are saying, ride the wave straight through this beautiful eclipse and make a ceremony for yourself. Release yourself from the past and begin to look toward the future and understand the wave that you're riding is into the future while the past burns off and falls away. It's a beautiful, beautiful notion coming through for you. Look at that. So in the Celtic Wisdom Tarot that I use for the main body of my readings, that's the theme of the reading that my guides want to speak about. And we saw it in the oracle cards. Elopement. That's the Eight of Cups. Said you are releasing yourself. So in this particular image, we see these people are stuck to something that they thought was precious and going to enrich them. So again, my guys are talking about mental process. Obviously, this is about love, relationships of all kinds. That which you sought to derive pleasure from that caused you to be stuck in your life, unable to join the stream of life that's flowing around you. So the things that we used to think were treasure, and Sag for you, because this is your reading, it's a general reading, you know, if you want to look deeply into your own, my guys just said visage, they're talking about your own, words coming up like image and things like that. So if you want to look into the reflection of your journey, then please come schedule a reading. You know, the link is below. All right. So these people were on a treasure hunt. They found the treasure, and when they touched the bowl, they got stuck to it. So this reading is about your journey in all the ways that I've been speaking about. Let's find out what's going to happen, Sag. It's very interesting. So there are two things coming out in the reading. We are talking about you and your personal life. We're also talking about you. So this is the card that indicates your energy. This is the 10 of Swords. My guys just called it blades. The blades. Right? Lying face down with 10 swords in your back. This is the point at which we exist now, Sag. And as you flow into the South Node and inhabit that place, this is the work that your energy is doing. You are helping bring an end to false belief, false teachings, false dogma, whatever word you want to put on it. It's the end of a cycle for humanity and definitely for you, Sag. This is the moment. It's a quest, a sacred battle that is actually a spiritual quest. And Sag, there you are at the helm of the boat with that head, which indicates the soul in ancient Celtic belief systems. So there are all the souls rowing in your boat. You're literally, Sag, you're part of the energy that's pulling us forward now. And we can see that the sun is coming up. Dawn is about to arrive. But in this moment, the feeling is that everything is lost. The economy is lost. The job is lost. The factors of your life are gone. They may never come back. Some of you have literally lost loved ones. And if that's the case for you, if you're watching, you have my just deepest, heartfelt, I'm getting choked up, condolences. The guides are feeling you, Sag, and they want you to know the depth and the beauty of the way you sail forward, carrying humanity forward toward the destination as the sun comes up. There's not a belief at the moment that things are going to be better, but they are. It's just the end with this beautiful full moon eclipse in your sign. So there you are out on the ocean. My guides are saying, be in this place, understand what that place is about, and try to balance your energy and yourself back into what my guides call the joy place, the passion of your fiery energy. You're so, Sag, you're just so illuminated all the time, even when you're not feeling it, because of your nature. So this is the first card on the human realm. That's the Justice card. It's going to be okay, Sag. Whatever it is that you're going through, and I can see that you're going through a lot. Many, many people are. You have a particular pathway. And now because your energy is being used the way it is, you are going to experience some of the things that the earth signs have been experiencing, the things that Cancer was experiencing as we come through these fated shifts and changes. So this is a beautiful card, and on a human level, it's very deep. Yes, you're going to get justice. Things are going to turn around. It's going to be okay. The spiritual meaning of this card is that is the sacred bowl of healing and creation. The flowers are elderflowers. They have been used for healing for thousands of years. This is a real item. It actually exists. It was found in a bog in Denmark, and it sits now, I believe it's in a museum in Denmark. Copenhagen, my guys are saying. It's in Copenhagen, apparently. So the sons and the initiates of the cauldron, the triple brotherhood, the sons of Brigid, and the triple goddess. This card is about the tripartite soul. Having finished a circuit of existence, it is made free and renewed. So the name of the card in this deck is the Renewer of Devotion. So first step on your human life, this is why I'm saying to you, take heart, it's going to be okay. Because this is the progression. Whoops, if I can get it, there we go. See that? It's really going to be okay. Yes, hard times are here with us. Your literal life, there's some freedom coming forward for you. I see it, and the past is being burned off. So ride the wave like that if you can, and understand that you're going deeply into the cosmos in order to collect your healing and become very wise in the ways of the universe. These initiates, having come through the cauldron, increase their ability to have compassion for the entire universe, all people, all actors, my guides are saying. Because you gain some sacred vision and you are made free. So whatever process you've been in over, I think, a fairly long amount of time, the last couple of years for a lot of you, and I know some Sag people for which that is actually literally true, it's the universe is doing its best to wipe that away so you can return back to your joy place, which is the place where you live, your birthright, and go from there. And look, the very next step, Two of Cups. There's a full moon. This moon is just going to affect you in so many beautiful ways. So understand the astrology. Understand that you are going to rebond with yourself. Some of you are going to be with a sacred lover, clearly. So that's Merlin and his sister. They were very devoted. Merlin lost his way. He had some mental health challenges. She built him this tower so that he could have a place to be where he could heal himself. And we see his blue garment. We know that he is in the process of transforming and healing. And we know because the cards told us. So you're going to get your groove back, Sag. Your magic is coming back. And many of you have someone who's very devoted to you, who will sit with you in this loving way, just hold your hand, telepathic communication. You know when you sit with someone that you really care about? Doesn't matter if it's a lover or a family member or a dear friend. And they're just with you, and you know they're with you. And it helps you to be able to do your own work. So this full moon eclipse is letting go of the past and bringing your healing forward. And it's going to reinitiate, I think, your ability to connect to other people in a really deep, loving, spiritual way. And if you're with a partner in that way, your healing, of course, is going to reflect into the relationship. That's part of what the guides are talking about. So, interesting, all the ways in which you're moving on. Here's the next card on the human realm. Another 10. 10 of Wands. So, in this deck, the 10s are about having been on a quest. So here we have the quest of skill. Wands, passion, desire, burdens. Passions and desires that become a burden in some way. That's what you're walking away from. And in part, I believe you're walking away from the proclivity, my guides are saying, to create that in your life. You've grown in a way, and this full moon eclipse is going to affect you deeply. You're going to be done with this kind of cycling in your life. You will not repeat the mistakes that you made in the past because you're done. You're just going to drop the sticks and walk on. I love this so much. So I love the notion, and this is coming through for a lot of the signs. Do you see the salmon? When you drop the burdens and you walk on because you're free now and your healing has happened on this beautiful full moon, check out the progression. Look, you're just going to walk on. It's going to allow you to put the burdens down. And when you do that, you're going to be moving into this sort of universal consciousness, Piscean type of energy and thought process. That's why my guides are saying, slay the wild boar and ride the wave, because there is a deep, beautiful, intense, it is really intense, cosmic wave coming. And the nice thing about it is that you are released. And because you are released from the past, you get to release your burdens. And you come into a lot of wisdom. So if you don't know my guides are saying the impact of these kind of animal medicine totems, go to the internet and look up eagle, crow, owl, and the stag. It is about having stamina for the long journey toward universal consciousness. Okay, my guides are talking about the universal consciousness that is within you. That's the wave that you're riding. So we were talking about Merlin. There he is again. You're getting a lot of assistance right now, Sag. It's out there if you should need it. So please feel free to ask your friends and family. When this assistance comes forward, it is going to be the people who love you the most that are going to be able to walk with you while you're riding the wave, in a sense. So another story about Merlin. This is the dialogue of skill. So 2 of Wands. Immediately after this end of this cycle with the 10 of Wands, you're moving forward into a new decision is going to be made. And it's going to be made because this is what's going on. That's the progression. So you're going to come out of the healing bowl. You are going to be made free, the circuit of your existence, literally free. This gentleman, that one, was a wisdom holder, very sacred poet, bard, wisdom holder, friend of Merlin's, heard about Merlin's distress, and actually went out to find Merlin, who apparently was wandering around in the forest feeling a little bit lost, experiencing not being able to get hold of themselves and that kind of an issue. And basically said, come on, Merlin. Hey, I love you, dude. You're my best bestie. Let's go have a dialogue. I want to talk with you about your life to help you remember your real identity. So in this deck, this is about merging your identity back together. It's literally reintegration of self. So when the healing comes, you are literally surrounded by love energy that wants to help you heal. And because of that, you are going to be able to put the burdens down. You're just going to have endings in so many ways. And I think it's the things that trouble you in your heart, in your mind, perhaps. If it's a relationship and you have to walk away, do it. I know it's hard. Been there, done that. We all have. I think there's a way to do that that is loving for yourself and loving for the partner that you're leaving behind. So if it is a job, or my guys they're talking about, because the wild boar is here, they are talking about, those of you that have somebody who's just unruly in your life and creates chaos all the time, that's part of what many of you are going to be walking away from. And I think that type of behavior within a relationship, my guys are calling it notations of those items. So there's the first card on the soul level. That, my guys are being a little snarky. They're saying, need we say any more? So this is how you're going to transform. You see that? That's the sacred rememberer. It's a major arcana card. The rememberer of lore. So we've got you sandwiched between two major arcana cards. The Justice card, the Sacred Healing card, and that's the High Priest, the Hierophant. That's where you're going when you reintegrate yourself. You're going to come into an enormous amount of beautiful knowledge, and actually it's about vibration. Right? People talk about raising your vibration, things like that. You're going to get that's what they meant when they said you're going to get your groove back. You're going to get your vibration back, Sag. So, on a soul level, apparently, for many, many Sagittarius people, what I'm seeing in this reading is you're letting go of so much of that which you have clung to or bonded yourself with over a lifetime. Patterns of being, patterns of thought, patterns of emotional reaction rather than response, which you can become addicted to. So there are videos on the internet that talk about this kind of thing. It's actually really true. You can change the chemical makeup of your brain if you focus on the negative or if you focus on the positive. Your response will change to events in your life if you retrain your brain away from this and toward this notion of the joy place, riding the wave. So which one do you want to be your constant reality? Joy or troubles and being stuck in your life? It's really interesting. So along those lines, on a soul level, we see your vibration coming forward. And look at that. 7 of Swords. You are here to heal some kind of a heart chakra wound. It, for many of you, will be familial. Something that happened within the family and could have been a generation or two ago that's been carrying forward a certain type of energy. This is King Arthur and his cousin. And we see King, they're playing a game. The sun's coming up, it's a nice summer day. His cousin is cheating. That's why his back is turned to us. We see a flush on his face. We can't see him. He's not showing himself to the illustration. So Arthur's sitting there trying to protect himself, and there's a literal battle going on in the background. And Arthur basically just saying, hey, you know what? Come on, let's just have fun. Don't stop cheating. Okay, I know you're cheating. Cut it out. And this other person, sometimes my guys have called that person that's cheating a prig. You know, just kind of spoiled brat energy, thinking it's funny when it's not funny, and you've been asking someone to stop. So this is on a soul level. It's very fascinating to me. And because we have this is how it looks on the table. There's some, Merlin and his sister, there's some familial thing going on for many of you that's encoded into the fabric of your DNA as a soul traveler, and you're here to release it. Because basically what happens is, maybe they want to continue with the metaphor of Merlin. King Arthur finally gets fed up and smashes the little game board and gets up and walks away. And his army that's fighting in the background wins, and the cousin, off he goes, right? Thank you, Spirit. Like that. Off you go now, because I'm not going to tolerate this behavior. So, Sag, for some of you, this, I think, because this is here on your soul level, in this human life, you're here to heal this, whatever that was about. Something from the past, or just some experience that you're here to have, to explore what it is on a soul level, to understand and experience that behavior. So if some of you are coming through a great shift and change in your life, my guides are talking about addiction and things, then just love yourself, ride the wave, know that you are coming into your vibration, which is why you will no longer be available to participate in this. That's the message, given all the cards that are coming, because you are now going to be standing on a new foundation. So what's interesting is there's a lot of love energy surrounding this. Isn't it interesting? Look at that. A literal spiritual cleansing going on. So either it's within you, some experience that you wanted to have when you came here, to finish that on a soul circuit kind of way. You don't have to go through that anymore. Literally set free from a circuit of existence that had in it all of these challenges to come into this very new, really beautiful, cosmos linked and enhanced foundation, a sacred foundation, fertile for new growth to occur, but firmly standing with the ancient ones while here on the earth. That's the indication here. That is the Six of Pentacles. In traditional tarot, it's about the moment when you do go to the guides and you ask for help and you ask for justice, and we see people being given coins and etc. So here's the other thing. It's a very beautiful reading, Sag. I want to just show you the diagonal. So that's the human level. That's the experience you're having. And then this would be like on the other corner. So that's why I'm telling you, it's going to be okay. There's going to be a little rough seas coming, I think, for a lot of you. So the outcome card, interestingly enough, 2. The Queen of Battle, Queen of Swords, a mystical seer, able to shapeshift and bring an extreme amount of clarity with the power of the sacred feminine, which is omnipotent. It is the void out of which all life arrives. All light arrives into the place where we inhabit. It has to come from the void. In order to get here, you have to come through the feminine portal. And what has been lost is the knowledge of the sacred identity of all female-formed spirits. It is true on both sides. So here we see the sacred male and the sacred feminine bringing clarity, and the sacred male, interestingly enough, reaches its destiny. 10 of Pentacles, coming into a place of full happiness, full abundance, another sacred quest to get with the guides and the spirits and the angels, the ascended masters. So that card has to do with the sacred bowl. See? Sag. Take heart, seriously. That's why my guides are saying ride the sacred wave and be joyful, because you are going to shape shift in such a way, take this mystical journey, because this woman is a guide. She has sacred vision about the laws of the universe. That's what Crow medicine is about. And she can take you as a guide across the veil to the other side so that you can see what's in your Akashic records. That's what this is about. That's the outcome for your reading, as my guides are saying, as related to the event. And they're talking about the eclipse. So let's pull something. Ooh, Sag, so beautiful, from the runes. I'm going to take a picture of the cards like I always do. It'll be posted on the community tab on my channel so you can see it. Okay? Sometimes what people tell me is they open up 2 tabs and they look at the cards while they're listening to the reading. So you're invited to do that. It might be fun for you. So Spirit, please give us one more notion for beautiful Sag. Whew. Oh my gosh, Sag. From the pantheon of the Norse traditions. What is it for Sag? Yeah, beautiful. This is lovely. That's righto. I'm going to read it to you from the book, okay? As soon as I figure out, there's my glasses. I tend to like shove them out of the way on my desk, and then when I need them, I can't find them. Okay, so that is the rune for journey, according to this happy book. If you don't know, I'm using the Book of Runes that was created by the beautiful Ralph Blum. It's really cheap, and they can get it on Amazon for $15 or something. He's a lovely fellow. You can look it up on YouTube. He's passed away now, but he had some old videos. He just was a dear, dear, dear man. So there you are. A sacred journey, and that's what we've been talking about. So this rune is concerned with communication, with the attunement of something that has 2 sides. Thank you, Spirit. 2 elements, and with the ultimate union that comes at the end of a journey. Really beautiful. When what is above and what is below are united and of one mind. Thank you, Spirit. So in this moment, inner worth mounts. And at such a time, you are not intended to rely entirely upon your own power. Instead, you are to ask, what constitutes right action? Thank you, Spirit. Very interesting journey that you're having this month, beautiful Sag. What constitutes right action? Ask through prayer or meditation, through addressing the witness self, the teacher within. Once you are clear, you can neutralize your refusal to let right action flow through you. You're going to burn it right off, Sag. It's gone. It's done. Whatever this stuff was in your life, everybody has their own story. It's good. You can really just be done with it now with the power of the eclipse. So that's why my guides are saying have a ceremony and do what the book is saying, right? Give yourself some advice. So do not be intent on movement. Be content to wait. And while you wait, keep on moving these resistances. Did I say moving? I meant to say removing. I'm hearing chatter in my ear, so sometimes it's hard for me to actually hear what I'm literally saying. So keep on removing resistances. And as the obstructions give way, all remorse arising from trying to make things happen, thank you, Spirit, will disappear. The journey is toward self-healing. They want me to show you a couple cards while I'm reading. The journey is toward self-healing, self-change, union. You are concerned here with nothing less than unobstructed, perfect union. But the union of heaven and earth cannot be forced. Regulate any excesses that remain in your life. Material advantages must not be weighing heavily on your journey. It is a journey of the self toward the self. Stand apart now, even from like-minded others. The notion of strength in numbers does not apply at such a time because this part of the journey, the soul's journey, cannot be shared. Ooh, getting choked up. So beautiful, Sag. Another of the cycle runes, Rider-Waite carries within it the form for the rune of joy. For now, the end is in sight. You are no longer burdened by what you've left behind. Thank you, Spirit. Heaven above you and earth below you unite within you to support you on your way. A simple prayer for the soul's journey is this: I will, to will, thy will. Such a prayer of intention is proper on any occasion. It is particularly appropriate as a preamble to healing. Wow, Sag. Look. Heaven above you, earth below you. So your guides, your teachers are 100% focused on your healing, utilizing the energy of the full moon. The effects of the full moon often carry us forward for 6 months. So this is a fulcrum point for you. And the remainder of this year of 2020, this is your journey. Healing, burning things off, releasing, coming completely into concert, my guides are saying, with yourself on a soul level. Quite lovely, Sag. So thanks everybody for being here. I really truly appreciate it. I'm very excited for you. There's something very quiet and mysterious about this that's just really completely beautiful. So a shamanic journey, in a sense, into the deepest regions of your soul circuit for healing and release of the things that you have been intent on learning as a spiritual being. That's an email coming in. So gang, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Please make sure to go below the video and leave some messages. I want to hear all about your journey, what's going on for you. And I'll look forward to speaking to some of you who are going to be coming for readings. My guides are talking about you already. All right. Thanks so much, Sag. I love you guys. Hang in there. I'll see you next month.